It's the 21st of November and I'm Jerusha Sukhthiarath. Let's have a look at today's newspaper front pages, and we'll start off with the front page of a very, very interesting newspaper, and certainly a very interesting story on the front page of the Business Day, why we threw out Petro SA chairman from Business Day. Now, of course, they're reporting on something that happened at their offices in Johannesburg. The Petro SA chairman was visiting the office, or was there to speak to the editor. There have been all sorts of claims leveled against him about a mining investment scam and even political interference in Petro SA. He was there to meet the chairperson, or rather the editor of Business Day, but apparently the chairperson of Petro SA began leveling insults and throwing around further accusations against Business Day staff, and he was eventually exited from the Business Day headquarters. Now, it's not just on the front page of Business Day, but also if we go onto the front page of the Times, we have the very same story: Petro SA boss storms newspaper. Now, underneath that, we see road rage red lines. Stressed drivers lash out at the slightest provocation as lawlessness spirals. It's speaking about South African roads, and that picture there is actually a woman who was involved in a bumper bashing incident. She got out of her vehicle and tried to get the details of the person who she was involved in the incident with. That driver of the vehicle sped off, dragging her along with that person's motor vehicle. She is now in hospital, having sustained serious injuries, and reports suggest she's even sustained injuries to her head. On the front page of the Star here we have dragged by fleeing car. Bumper basher nearly kills woman. And also on the Star, our heroes return. That's of course speaking about Bafana Bafana having returned from their clash with Nigeria, where we drew 2-2. It was of course all in memory of Bafana Bafana captain Senzo Mayiwa, who lost his life in a shooting. On the front page of the Cape Times, again that picture as Bafana Bafana coach Shakes Mashaba returns. On the front page of the Sowetan, a very interesting story: Mandela Pilot's death cover-up. Now, we know that 2 years ago, one of Nelson Mandela's pilots was killed in a crash. His family say that the SANDF are trying to keep the family guessing and not giving them any answers. If we have a look on the front page of Pretoria News, here we have "Killers May Walk Free," referring of course to Eugene de Kock. Now, he applied for parole. It was denied because, according to the Department of Correctional Services, not enough consultation was held with the victims' families. That's Eugene de Kock's victims' families. But spokesperson Michael Mashuta has said that he will be able to apply for parole again, and it will all be considered in January. Now, it's not just de Kock who's going to be able to apply for parole, but also, pictured here, another apartheid-era killer who's going to be able to decide or apply for the whole parole process in January. And finally, on the front page of the Cape Argus, it's good news here as we see Andile Lily, who's the leader of the Ses'khona People's Rights Movement. He was shot, allegedly in his car outside his home, and he was shot by what he says was an ANC boss hit. He says that the ANC wanted him killed, and now he's recovered and speaking out about it. We'll be keeping you updated on these stories and more. Stay tuned to News 24 Live.